A vocational training centre for the disabled was declared open in Uppuveli, Trincomalee today by the US Ambassador to Sri Lanka, Michelle J. Sisson. A group including the Chief Minister of the Eastern Province, Najib Majid, was present at this occasion.
We've opened 2 schools, a small road project. We've visited the Bati Training Hospital where we have a project on orthotics and prosthetics. We have had an excellent program with the Sri Lankan Navy and Coast Guard.
UPFA parliamentarian Vidura Vikramanayake says that if public officials, including politicians, carry out their responsibilities with due consideration, then there would be no breakdown in discipline in the country. Vikramanayake made this statement at an event in Horana today.
This event was held to declare open a reconstructed building at the Talagala Junior School in Horana under the child-friendly school concept of the Mahinda Chintanaya. We can see today that there is a severe breakdown of discipline in the country, whether it is in politics, the public service or schools. For 1.5 years now, a select committee is preparing an education policy, but there is still no policy. We can speak as much as we want. This is what we do every day. We keep talking but nothing gets done. The officials led by the Honourable Minister must carry out their responsibilities properly.
Minister of Internal Trade and Cooperatives Johnson Fernando says that he joined the Sri Lanka Freedom Party because of the leader who freed the country from war. Recently, at an event in Kurunagala, Deputy Minister of Industry and Commerce Jayaratne Herath said that everyone was auctioned for 40 to 50 million rupees.
Certain individuals who come into our party by jumping from side to side have taken up positions and have become millionaires within 2.5 years. I wish to remind you that politics in the Kurunagala district has been brought to a place where money rules. Back in the day, there was a price tag for parliamentarians. When a parliamentarian crossed over, he got about 40 to 50 million rupees. There were 50 million rupee deals taking place and whoever who crossed had a deal. I wish to remind that Johnson Fernando left the United National Party during the last election because Prabhakaran was killed and because of Mahinda Rajapaksa. Therefore, we will strengthen the hands of Mahinda Rajapaksa because he saved the country from the war. We did not join the Sri Lanka Freedom Party because of other individuals. Today we are with Mahinda Rajapaksa. Tomorrow also we will be with Mahinda Rajapaksa. Until Mahinda Rajapaksa contests elections, we will be with him. We are not here because of others.
In business news tonight, the Registrar of Companies states that arrangements will be made for company registrations to be submitted online by mid-next year. Officials of the department pointed out at a conference in Colombo today that through this measure, the process which usually takes 2 days can be completed in an hour.
A conference on the World Bank ranking of doing business in Sri Lanka in 2013 and the strategy to be adopted was held at the Central Bank of Sri Lanka today. Officials from departments responsible for approving businesses and representatives of the Central and World Banks participated at this conference, which was held under the auspices of the Minister of Economic Development, Basil Rajapaksa. When looking at countries to invest in, foreign investors look at the World Bank's Doing Business Index. This year, we have managed to take 2nd place among emerging countries. I think that as a result of the discussions here, we will be able to come in first among the emerging nations next year. In some areas, we are still lagging. In registered property, we are ranked 143rd. In paying taxes, we are ranked 163rd out of the 185 countries in the world. Also, in implementing contracts, we are ranked 133rd. In these areas, we are lagging far behind. These are the areas that we want to discuss. How can we progress in these areas? In the Starting Business Index, a special responsibility lies with the Registrar of Companies. I think the time is right for the Registrar of Companies to become a one-stop shop. Responding to this, officials from the Register of Companies Department said measures are being taken in this regard.
Former Selection Committee member of Sri Lanka Cricket Ranjit Madhurasinghe says it is the responsibility of Sri Lanka Cricket to promote cricketers to play for the country. He said that players should not be rested based on personal needs.
Angela Matthews was named captain and Lasith Malinga vice-captain of Sri Lanka's 2020 squad yesterday. However, Lasith Malinga will not be playing in the 2020 match against New Zealand next Tuesday. Sri Lanka Cricket also stated that Test and ODI captain Mahela Jayawardene too will not be playing in the match. SLC stated that Mahela Jayawardene and Lasith Malinga will be rested for this match. However, Jayawardene and Malinga are playing in the ongoing Champions League matches. As a country, Sri Lanka must take a decision if these players, after bringing them up to this stage, should play for the country or play for money. Sri Lanka Cricket has invested a lot in players like Lasith Malinga and Nuwan Kulasekara to bring them up to this level. It is a responsibility of these cricketers to bring honour to the country and mould the youngsters. Sri Lanka Cricket adds that Mahela Jayawardene and Lasith Malinga, who are currently playing in the Champions League, are to arrive in the country on the 28th of October. The Sri Lanka vs New Zealand series commences 2 days after their arrival.
Mahir Drysdale, the London 2012 men's single sculls gold medalist from New Zealand and 5-time world champion, says that given the level of talent in rowing in Sri Lanka, there is nothing holding the country back in progressing in the sport. Now, Drysdale is currently touring Sri Lanka, and this morning he held training sessions for young oarsmen and women from several schools at the Colombo Rowing Club. I caught up with Mahir after his training sessions this morning to get an up-close look at what makes this champion tick. With his 5 World Championship gold medals and his 2012 London Olympic gold, Drysdale is a legend in the rowing community, and the enthusiasm plastered on the faces of the young oarsmen and women who had the opportunity to train with him today was almost contagious. For many of these children, Drysdale is a role model and a symbol of the rewards that come with perseverance. Speaking exclusively to Sports First, Drysdale spoke of current issues plaguing the world of sport and the future of rowing in Sri Lanka. Your opinion, is there more that can be done in the world of sport to control doping?
Yeah, it's always a tough one because I guess, you know, the cheats seem to always have a way to beat the testers. You know, we've had a lot of stories lately. To be honest, I think the testing programs are getting better and better. My only suggestion is that worldwide the testing systems need to be coordinated so that every single country in the world is tested exactly the same.
No, the athlete can be punished for taking the performance enhancers, but what about the people that are providing these performance enhancers to athletes?
Yeah, well, I think if that is the case, you know, they have to be dealt with very severely. You know, for a coach or someone that's in a position of respect or you know, trust, to be offering those sort of things is terrible. And you know, I think there is definitely more to be done in that area. You know, you can never take those occasions back, you know, standing on a podium. Everything that can come with a medal, you know, over the years, you know, it's terrible that can happen. But you know, I am confident that the systems have improved, and those sort of cases are going to become rarer and rarer going forward as the systems get better and better.
And that wraps up this edition of Primetime News. As always, it was an absolute pleasure having you with us. Join us again tomorrow. I'm Nadim Majid.
And I'm Punchani Adil Singh. Good night.